Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Yellow. With me today, I have Connor.
Hello there.
And Bob.
Hey, how's it going?
And today we're back with another wikiHow. Today we have for you wikiHow to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped. And yes, that is the full title.
Right, we couldn't fit all of that in the title of the video, but that's the context here. I don't know why they have a WikiHow article for something so specific, and neither do the other people who reviewed this WikiHow, who at time of recording have given this a grand total of 2.5 on WikiHow, which is pretty bad.
Let's be honest, that's still quite high of a rating considering what this is about.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it obvious that if it's eavesdropped phone sex, then you don't know it was eavesdropped, or is there a separate article for how to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had while knowing it was eavesdropped?
Like Connor and I are having phone sex. Yella's listening in. Either we know he's listening in, or we don't know.
Yeah.
Is there a separate
and
article?
It'd be weird to know he's listening in,
and then keep going,
and then have to get over that later.
Keep going. I'm sure that
I know Yella is listening right now, and I'm going, I don't like this, but I'm still going ahead and doing it.
He's still going ahead, and instead of just being like, maybe.
Yella, get off the phone! I'm hearing like from the other end of the call.
Oh.
Like, is that you? Are you breathing like... whatever. Keep going.
So, anyway. So, you had phone sex with a guy or girl you liked and found out later that the hot talk conversation was eavesdropped.
Wow. Weird.
Hot talk.
You ended up falling into a depression about it and don't know what to do to move on from that.
I don't know why you'd be depressed. Why wouldn't you be angry?
Yeah, I would be
like, hey,
angry.
Why did you listen in on my private conversation?
I would be angry, embarrassed, not depressed.
Yeah.
Here are some steps you should take to get over that bad situation and move on with your life.
No period.
Yeah. Also, the way this is described just makes me feel like somebody experienced this and decided,
this seems like the kind of shit that somebody had happen to them, and then they went, I bet this has happened to more people, when it hasn't.
You're going to see the U's sometimes slip and be I's instead.
You shouldn't beat myself up about this. I mean yourself up about this.
Yeah.
Which is step one. Don't beat yourself up about this. Or don't beat yourself up because of this. This is a very important... By the way, I really love that picture.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah.
It's a good face. I believe that's the picture that actually linked me to this, because I was playing Damn Dog, and I saw this picture, and I was like, what? Because, yeah.
And then you found out that it's for Wiki how to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped.
Yes.
God, that's such a mouthful.
This is a very important step to take, because beating yourself up is not going to reverse the eavesdropped phone sex that you had. It is not easy to not beat yourself up for something that you didn't know was going to happen. That's the three negatives. That one phrase. The eavesdropping. But you have to do it for the sake of your sanity.
Okay,
so,
can I just
beat?
Yeah, not easy to not.
It's a
beat
double
yourself
negative. It's a double negative, and then
no.
Yeah, it's just three negatives in the clause.
Okay, so if let's remove those negatives. It's easy to beat yourself up for something that you didn't know was gonna happen. Why did you not just say that instead of
that's
double?
Way clearer.
It's way clearer, and it's also not true. I don't understand the concept here. So again, in the example, Connor and I are having phone sex. Yella listens in, and I feel what? Like, oh, god damn it! I'm so stupid.
Well, I mean, you don't know it was eavesdropped, so later you find out that it happened.
But
and
I mean, I find out, and then I feel
reaction.
What? Again, my reaction is anger, not
anger, maybe embarrassment,
not self-hatred.
Oh, why did I let that happen? You know?
Oh, why did I let it happen? I was
let
so
my guard
dumb.
down, and Yellow was able to eavesdrop on my phone.
I let Yellow listen in on our conversation, but I didn't think he would listen in to the whole thing. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know why you became the bad guy here, Yellow. Sorry.
It's okay.
Number 2. Who wants to give me number 2?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah,
There we
you
go.
just write no on your palm so that everybody knows.
Does her thumb look a little long to you?
A little bit.
Like she's maybe got like half an extra joint in there?
Something like that, yeah.
It's like as long as... Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
Number 2. Don't let the eavesdropped phone sex define you or your life.
Why would it? What about... Let's look at
That
the
is
operative
now-
words here.
Well, I mean,
That
maybe
is
you were,
now that is now your defining character trait.
maybe
I mean,
you're
let's look
like,
at the key words here, okay? Eavesdropped and phone sex. And let's, let's change some of the variables here and see how it affects the situation. Don't let the phone sex define you or your life. Why would it? No one would ever let that happen. Don't let the eavesdropped conversation define you or your life. Again, why would that happen?
maybe like
Now when you combine
you're-
them, somehow people get obsessed with it?
maybe
Well,
you're like
some people
I
did.
don't know, a CEO or some high up, and this is like some scandal that's happening now.
Or maybe
Yeah,
you're
but-
president of the United States?
But I mean, then it's great to get over that. But you don't like the damage is done. Your career is finished. Just let it
Is
go.
it though? Is it?
It might be. It might
I mean,
be. I
you
don't
had
know how.
you had phone sex. That's not even cheating on your spouse. I mean, yeah, it's maybe emotionally maybe not so good, but like, it's not like you actually cheated on them.
That's
Well,
true.
I mean, like, what I'm getting at, though, is it kind of depends on who you are. It could be a big thing if you're in a position of power.
That's
But
why
if
you're
just
going
some
to
random
wikiHow.
Joe Schmuck. If you
Yeah.
work at 7-Eleven, you work the night shift at 7-Eleven, and someone eavesdrops on your phone sex, I don't think anyone cares.
But yeah, that's why you go
I
to
care.
wikiHow.
I care a
Bob, 'cause
lot.
it's an infinite well of knowledge.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So, this is another crucial step to take because there are so many good things that have happened to you or will happen to you, and you cannot let what a crush did to you without you knowing ruin you or your life. That was a
Well,
lot of the
wait.
word to you.
Your crush did this to you?
Wow,
So,
what an
it's
asshole
not that-
slash
it's not
bitch.
that- So they didn't explain this before, but now I'm thinking maybe it was like, I called Connor, we had phone sex, Connor let Yella listen in. Which maybe makes a little bit more sense in the sense of like how this could happen.
Also,
But-
in how
Or-
I mean,
or
at
maybe
this
like-
at this point though, we can add a new emotion besides anger, betrayal.
Maybe like you and your girlfriend lived together and you were phone sex cheating on someone else and she was listening to you phone sex cheat, like, on the other side of the door.
Maybe. But that
Wow.
doesn't explain how you let or she... What?
Okay. Remember, you are more than the phone situation.
Obviously, who thinks they're not?
No matter how devastated you are, it's important for you to know that.
Devastated?
Yes.
You weren't, like, sexually assaulted, you just had phone sex and someone listened.
Someone
That's-
listened in.
That's
Somebody
a little
eavesdropped.
embarrassing. That is a little embarrassing because I
Yeah.
mean, you were having what you thought was an intimate moment, and it turned out to not be so intimate. It's like
At least not very private.
yeah, or yeah, it's not that private. It could still have been intimate, but like that's it. That's all there is to it. You shouldn't be devastated about it. You should be maybe annoyed, but like.
Embarrassed, angry.
Everyone feels sexual urges. That's not the weird part. It's not like it was a big secret that you felt something.
How dare you feel, you
Yeah.
disgusting monster.
Yeah, you fucking creep.
Alright, picture number 3. I
I
guess
think
check yourself for breast cancer from
Yeah.
the side effects
I
of
think it's
getting
supposed to
eavesdropped
be.
in.
I think it's supposed to be her like putting a bra on, and like she's just kind of like making sure it's snugly in there. But like, it just seems like she's checking for lumps.
Yeah.
Oh, but number 3's
Oh,
the
yeah.
description is pretty good.
Don't hate your sexual organs and desires because of this situation.
Why would you?
They know I have phone sex! Oh, no!
I
Rand,
hate
other
my
people
body.
know that I am sexually attracted to a person.
How can my body do this?
How
Why
could
am
I be
like
betrayed
this?
in this
Why-
in this way?
This perverse body of
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
You lied
I
to me,
hate-
body.
I didn't hate you before someone else eavesdropped in on me having phone sex, but now that they did that specific thing, now I hate myself.
Now I hate
No.
myself.
Yeah.
This has
Instead
nothing
of
to
them.
do with them. Yeah, this has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. I hate me.
It's all my fault.
Yeah.
Now that's victim blaming from the victim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you get
not
the phrase-
good.
It's victim blaming, except it's not really. You're not really much of a victim at all.
Yeah, well, you hear the phrase, it's about who you are in the dark, and I guess what they mean by in the dark is having phone sex, because
Yeah.
someone discovers you doing that, and now your true personality's out there.
Now, see
Oh,
what
man.
what they really mean is what do you do in the dark when your phone's battery is low, because the screen
Oh, yeah.
brightness is turned down.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is super important for you to understand that this having happened can make you feel like you're less sexually desirable, and it can make you feel ashamed of your sexual fantasies and desires if you're not sure enough or strong enough to deal with the situation.
Jesus, if you're not sure enough or strong enough to deal with this very, very boring situation, then you've got a lot bigger issue. Your hate of your sexual organs is stemming from something much more pernicious in your life. You
Yeah,
have the
probably.
least. You have such low self-esteem that being slightly embarrassed makes you hate yourself.
Yeah, you might want to reach out.
Yeah, you need a lot more
somebody.
help
Then
than a
this
WikiHow
article can
Yeah, than a
give you.
fucking WikiHow article. Yeah.
So don't let that make you have low self-esteem. Also, don't let that phone situation make you ashamed of your vagina, breasts, penis, and any other erogenous body part that you have.
My toes.
My hand.
Oh no, that like my collarbone is
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
really
that
weird. It's
collarbone.
oh,
We all
no.
know how desirable the fucking collarbone is.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you know
Neo
how much.
Trinity and a baby taught me about that.
If you want to get somebody off, just rub their collarbone.
rub their collarbone and call him Henry. Anyways,
Step 4:
step 4. Look at that guy. He's
sit
like,
in the shadows and
Yeah.
be depressed. I
shadow,
guess.
yeah.
Sit in the shadow. Shadow depression.
Yeah,
There's no hope for my life.
yeah. Someone
Why?
eavesdropped my phone sex.
Oh no,
My life is
I've
over.
I've lost everything.
my life is forfeit.
Yeah. Number 4. Don't let this situation make you have low self-esteem. It sounds
Wasn't
like
that
already
step 1?
you already had low self-esteem, but step 1 was don't beat yourself up about this and because of this. And then step 2 was don't let it define your life. And
Now-
step 3
and
was
then-
don't hate your sexual organs. All of these are just the same way of saying, like, just smaller facets of don't have low self-esteem, which isn't a great piece of advice, because if you have low
No.
self-esteem, being told not to have low self-esteem isn't great advice.
No, all it's gonna make you do is
Feel
and
worse.
I speak from experience. There, all it's gonna do is make you feel worse.
Yeah, you know, somebody's feeling down, they feel like, oh, I'm worthless.
Don't
And then
tell
you say,
them they-
you're not worthless, that might help. But saying, don't feel worthless, that never helps.
No,
It's like
think
it's
about
like,
your words.
You know, you're here to figure out how to get over having blah 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 blah. And once this step is basically just get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This should have just been the one step. Get over it.
Also, each and every one of these steps has been labeled as important, but this one is crucially important. It really is, because having low self-esteem because you were exploited unknowingly is giving the people who eavesdropped and the guy or girl who let the people eavesdrop you have phone sex power. What?
Oh man, I love having phone sex
Wait.
power. What?
Hold on. It really is crucially important, because having low self-esteem, because you were exploited unknowingly, is giving the people who eavesdropped and the guy or girl who let the people eavesdrop you having phone sex.
Yeah, it is giving those
let the
people
people
power.
eavesdrop
Oh,
you.
I see. So it's giving them power, but the them is replaced with the phrase, the people who eavesdropped and the guy or girl who let the people eavesdrop you having phone sex.
Yes.
Wow.
Also something just really ugly. Because.
Yeah.
That's just,
So
You know what I find
They're
more ugly?
alone.
Breaking up your fucking predicate. Your predicate is giving power, and instead you just went bleh, right in the middle of your predicate.
you know what? It should have just been is giving power to the people who.
Yeah. Instead of having
Also-
having phone sex power being at the end of your sentence, and then the audacity to say afterwards, it is. It's
It
giving them
is.
something they don't deserve. Karma
But
is
does
going
he
to get.
is.
Well, listen to this. Karma is going to get them. Period. That's just how life works. You reap what you sow, and what they and the guy or girl you did it with reaped is going to come back around and bite them in the butt. It may not happen when you want it to happen, but it's gonna happen when you ain't thinking about it. I love that you said ain't thinking about them anymore and what they did to you. So this leads me to number 5 to say,
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
This.
The one guy who wrote the article passionately is getting in the way.
I love that he's talking about karma and shit.
The one co-author, of the 10 was just like, I need to get my words out here. This
Holy
is terrible, and I need to tell people what the fuck is up.
So the next picture is a guy looking back, and it says,
Oh,
no,
no.
don't look back. But what I think is interesting is this. Look at this text. It's really long, and there's lots of full caps.
Oh
man.
or maybe he's saying don't give the shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, all right.
Let's get to step 5. Oh man, I'm so pumped for step 5.
Don't shoulder check them.
Step 5. Do not seek revenge. Revenge is karma's job, not yours.
So are we talking about karma like we literally believe that karma exists?
Yes.
Yes.
We do now. That's part of getting over eavesdropped phone sex that you
Becoming
had
a
without
new
knowing it was
age.
eavesdropped.
Yeah.
Or a
Become
Hindu or
spiritual.
something.
Because if you try to seek revenge on them, whether it be doing what they did to you to them or by putting them on blast, you're going to look like you still care about what did they to you.
Which you do seem to care what did they to you, because you are writing a full fucking article about it instead of just
I
walking away
totally
like a
don't
normal
care,
person.
guys. No, I don't care at all. Don't you hear
Why
how
don't
little
you just fucking move on?
Why don't you just
I have
down and
moved
die?
on.
I mean,
Step 1, move on. Step 2, live life. Step 3, do other things.
No, I've moved on and I'm doing so many other things, but just know that one day those assholes are gonna get it.
they're gonna get their comeuppance thanks to the great power of karma.
I think you mean are gonna get, and then you stick those assholes in the middle of that, and then it.
Oh, yeah.
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 Are gonna get those assholes in.
And even if you still care,
we
don't
do.
broadcast that to them. The person you did it with, friends, family, associates, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or anybody at that matter.
At that matter.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna spread this on social media.
I had phone sex with this person, and they let someone else listen to it, and even though I'm really embarrassed and angry about it, I'm gonna tell the whole world.
I'm gonna tell all my friends on Facebook, all my followers on Twitter, all my followers on Tumblr. I'm gonna put it on MySpace, and I don't know what
all
else.
these extra people know. Now I'm double depressed.
Oh no! Now the entire world knows that
You can't embarrass me. I'll embarrass me even harder.
You try to show people how depressed this makes you, and the more people you show, the more depressed you get.
Oh, it's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah. Because they'll know that they hurt you and might laugh at you for that and may feel like they won.
Which they did if we get to this point.
If you wrote this article, they won. They didn't just win. They're doing a victory lap right now.
Yeah.
They're probably having phone sex and just talking about you while having phone sex now.
That's what's getting them off right now.
They're like, oh yeah. So I'm sitting,
The glorious feeling of victory.
I touch you sensually, and then look over at Yella and wink. He wishes he was here, but he's not.
Yeah.
I'm cucking Yella so hard.
Damn. Phone sex is an intimate conversation and a sexual activity in a way, and it's one of those sensitive topics that shouldn't talked about with people who are not your significant other or therapist.
So why are you talking about it to random strangers on wikiHow?
Because he's cracked the code.
Also, I like that. A sexual activity in a way. Well,
in a way.
It can't just be a sexual activity.
Let me say this. It's not just it is definitely a sexual activity. And as evidence I say, imagine you go to court for having phone sex with a 12-year-old. Okay? You go to court. You think the judge is going to go, "Well, it's only kind of a sexual activity."
No.
He's probably not going to be too happy.
No. Probably not.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Oh.
If you want to talk to somebody on how to get over it, Google this article or get therapy if you can afford it.
Google this article. Read this article.
I'm reading
to then
the
Google this.
How did I know to get to this article before I?
Oh
got
man,
to
let
it?
me quickly Google this article. How to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you
had without knowing that it was eavesdropped.
Knowing it was eavesdropped.
Don't forget to mention that it's on wikiHow.
First one is exactly it, and it's if you Google the title of this wikiHow, you get this wikiHow.
Of course.
Of course.
I don't think there's another page of the internet. You know, I remember in 11th grade English class, my teacher, Fob, from that one Glazecast, go watch that. He did an exercise where he had us write a sentence out that we thought had never been written in the English language before. And I think how to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped was possibly one of those.
It's not.
Okay. Another reason why you don't want to broadcast what they did to you is because, unfortunately, everybody is not compassionate like Dr. Phil or Ellen.
Everybody is not compassionate like Dr. Phil or Ellen. Like those two are not compassionate, just like everybody.
It's not that not everybody is compassionate like these two. It's that everybody is not compassionate like these
exactly
two.
Like
Dr. Phil and Ellen are two examples of people who are not compassionate, just like everybody else.
The least compassionate people on the planet, next to everyone else.
Yes. Some people will blame you for what you did and say it's a lesson.
Who the hell? I thought, weren't you only supposed to talk about this with your significant other or therapist? Hold on. Yeah. Wait a minute. I have to back up a second. You want to talk to someone about this, right? You can't afford therapy. So who do you talk to? You talk to your significant other, who is presumably the person who you had phone sex with, or they who also caused it. Yeah. Or they're not the person you had phone sex with,
and you have to first confess to your significant other that you had phone sex with somebody else.
I feel like either that's just like a massive lose-lose when the obvious solution is just get over it.
It kind of is. And otherwise,
I mean, in this case, it's not much to get over.
Get over some embarrassment. As long as they are not blackmailing you with it, what's the real harm?
This is the hill he's gonna die on.
Yeah, I guess.
Another reason why it's not to talk about your eavesdropped phone sex situation to people is because it can make you a target for exploitative people to do that to you, or to start false rumors about you, or to start telling everybody that knows you what happened to you.
Hold on. That is the correct response. But I like that it started. Another reason why it's not to talk about. So It is it. I want to know what it is in this situation.
It is the
Not-
eavesdropped phone
I'll
sex that you
assume
had
not.
without knowing it was eavesdropped.
Right.
I
Then
think
here's
they-
another question. Another question. So you start talking to people about this, and it makes you a target for exploitative people, right? They start false
Yeah.
rumors about you. I guess about you having phone sex and getting eavesdropped. Like, what? I don't know what they would do.
No,
but then here's the
false
one that
rumors.
here's the one that really gets to me. They want to do that to you. So you're saying you'll talk about it. Like I talk about it to people who I think I can trust. Turns out I couldn't trust them. They're exploitative people. So then they eavesdrop on my phone sex in the future. So like, I tell Blake, and he's an exploitative person, right? So then I guess either he tries to have phone sex with me now and let someone else eavesdrop, or next time I'm having phone sex with someone else, he convinces them to let him listen.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Why are
what
you
this
afraid
person-
of that?
I have no idea what this person was on about, but clearly they were being very passionate while they wrote this and forgot to
Yeah.
actually calm
I believe
down
the
and
word-
think.
I believe the word for this is passionoid. They're passionate and paranoid.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag asterisk.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Also-
favorite hashtag.
Yeah, throw that in the comments if you get to this point. Hashtag asterisk. That's how we know you
Hashtag
got here.
asterisk also.
Yeah.
Because people might judge you as having a lot of issues and pity you a lot if
Jesus.
you go around talking about that situation happening to you, and everybody isn't going to want to remain your friend if you tell them what happened to you.
Wow.
I thought this article was supposed to make me, to help me feel better.
This article's
makes
making me more passionoid.
This
I went
reinforces
from-
my paranoia.
I came here to get help, and they're just scaring me.
Like this article would make me go from angry and slightly embarrassed to actually depressed.
This
Like,
would
holy
make
shit,
me.
all of a sudden it would make me lose
If you
all my
tell
friends.
anybody, they will never like you again.
God, what's the word for a person who hates people? Misanthrope. This would turn you from a passionoid person to a misanthrope, like a complete misanthrope. You're like, oh well,
People, fuck
oh,
humanity.
yeah, like, oh God, I'm so worried that he'll tell people, and it's like, well, if you talk to other people about it, they'll just betray you. Everyone's out to get you. You're gonna be fucked.
Everybody is not compassionate like Dr. Phil or Ellen.
Yeah. Haven't you ever watched
Yeah.
Ellen? Ellen's always dancing on people's graves.
Next time I see Dr.
Have you never
Phil on
watched
TV, I
Ellen?
just cower.
She's savage as fuck.
Yeah. And finally, you can tell your boyfriend or girlfriend if they mention having it with you that you had a bad experience with that, but don't voluntarily tell them that you had a eavesdropped phone sex experience.
Wait.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is about, a future
A future
relationship.
boyfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah.
Presumably.
And even then, okay, so let's imagine, right? You had the eavesdropped phone sex
Here,
experience.
let's role play this,
And
okay?
you have-
wait,
and
wait,
you
yella.
have-
Let's
yeah,
role
okay.
play this. You're the guy who had the bad experience, and I'll be the new boyfriend, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Yella, have you ever had phone sex?
Yeah, I have, but I have some bad experiences with it.
Oh, that sounds weird. Why would you say that? What kind of bad experiences can you have with phone sex? Just like awkwardness?
I cannot tell you.
I'm better at it. I'm better at it than whoever you had phone sex with. Trust me.
No, that's not the problem. I just can't tell. I'm sorry. No.
Oh,
no.
that doesn't just make the other person passionoid as well. Now I'm speaking as me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Yola, if you ever want to have phone sex, I will be sure to get someone to eavesdrop it.
Oh. Oh my God! I just
Holy
scrolled
shit,
down
number
to the
6.
Next step. Look at
that
Look at the guy's face. Yeah, he's over it.
Yeah.
That's a guy
guess.
who's way over getting eavesdropped on when having phone sex.
Now, you're looking at that
had
picture.
without knowing it was eavesdropped on.
Now, you're looking at that picture, you're thinking, okay, this step is going to be positive. It's going to be something helpful and nice and friendly and happy.
no.
Well,
And
well,
this step
here,
reads-
here we go.
And the step reads, do not let this... Oh, you go ahead, you go ahead.
Do not let the situation depress you because you're dating or cause sexual anxiety and suicidal thoughts.
Wait, what? Huh? Wait, do not
Depressing,
let this
comma.
situation... Let's take out the or and on. So it says, do not let this situation depress you because you're dating.
Don't let it depress you because, hey, you had phone sex. Hell yes.
Yeah, that's closer to getting laid than I'll ever be.
But very important.
Oh, I thought this was optional.
No, this
I
is
thought letting this
it's not a-
situation
So-
give me suicidal thoughts was going
I
to be
mean-
like an optional step.
I mean, this step is not quite crucially important, but it's still very important.
Not quite crucial, yeah.
Not quite crucially. This is less important than step 4. Living your life is more important than being depressed and is a better idea than killing yourself. Yes, you're testing.
Yes,
There are a lot of things that are a better idea than killing yourself. As someone
plenty.
who has previously been suicidal, let me tell you, there are a lot... Whoa, holy shit. Sorry, I just saw something really cool out the window. There are a lot of things that are a lot better ideas than killing yourself.
Yeah. Because once you're dead, that's it.
That's it.
Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's not a solution. You're doing it wrong, please.
Well, I've heard the
rephrase.
phrase. I've heard suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem used before, and it's kind of becoming a cliche at this point. But like, why are we talking about suicide here? You're talking over getting over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped. This is not a big deal. Like, again, if you were feeling depressed before you had this phone sex and you know...
Then
now you
maybe,
feel
yes,
suicidal,
this can
It sounds like
push
you have
you.
a much bigger problem than having phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped.
Yeah.
You
That was
should get a
eavesdropped
different-
phone sex.
You should get on a different article. Like, who gives a fuck about the phone sex?
Yeah,
if
the
you're,
phone sex is like the
that
least
depressed?
important thing. Yeah.
If you're this
You really
depressed, you need help. You need to reach out.
And we're not saying this as like an insulting way. I was, like I said before, I was in that place and I sought help and I'm better now. You know, lots of people go through that stuff and they get better, you know, and so the phone sex is not even remotely important here. Why are we having this conversation during an article called How to Get Over Eavesdropped Phone Sex That You Had Without Knowing It Was Eavesdropped?
I
is
don't
that
know.
here?
This just... I don't
That'd be
know.
like
It's-
it reminds me of like if we saw these steps, it's just as relevant as if we saw these steps in the middle of, you know, how to pretend to be a mermaid at school.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's like...
It's
all
just
of a
like,
sudden
if being a
it's-
mermaid makes you feel suicidal, you should do this and this and this. And I'm like, what?
What?
Excuse
Being if being a mermaid makes you feel suicidal, you might want to stop.
Yeah, don't be a mermaid.
Don't be a mermaid. Instead,
Mermaids
please.
aren't that cool. Calm down.
Be
I guess
a
this-
human instead.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
maybe
okay.
out there's one person who like is happy-go-lucky and really cheery and loves life, but then they had eavesdropped phone sex that they had without knowing it was eavesdropped, and like instantly, immediately, just like lost all hope and ambition.
Yeah, it was
But-
over for them.
I don't know, like yeah, like
It's
like
all
we
99%
said-
now.
of people.
Like we said, get out of this article and get to one about dealing with your
Depression, or maybe
Oh,
don't
don't-
go on WikiHow
yeah,
and
don't
just
go
go
on
to a
WikiHow.
therapist.
Yeah, that was implied that it like if WikiHow is the only resource you have, which
Right, like if
is
you can't
not.
talk to your parents
Even-
about it,
Hell,
if you can't
even-
talk to your family or your friends or your, you know, I don't know, if you're in school, talk to the school therapist. I mean, when I was in high school, I was going through some shit. I didn't tell any of my friends, I didn't tell my family that I was doing this, but I went and saw the therapist at school because I really wanted to get through it, and it helped me a lot. And it never ended up going anywhere. I didn't have to go to a psychiatrist after that or anything. It's just, if you're having problems, just go seek help. It's not hard. Once you actually get there, it's really not hard.
Once getting there is, of course, the hard part. But
Yeah, for sure.
anyway, the temporary problem in this case is depression and suicidal thoughts.
Yeah, the permanent problem is the mark on your social record that you've had eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped. That's the permanent problem.
You'll never get rid of that.
That'll stay as a stain on your soul.
That's
God will be standing at the pearly gates and going like, "Oh, you're a good person. You gave to charity.
like all
oh,
that
you had
shit
eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was
Just
eavesdropped.
like all that
you
shit
bitch.
you did in middle school, and all your middle school teachers told you that, would
this
totally
would
be
go
permanent.
onto your permanent record.
Yeah, this will go onto your permanent record. You'll be trying to get a job, and they'll be like, "Well, you look qualified, but
Yeah, it's like I see you have like 12
12
years experience and a bunch of really nice references, but it also says here."
Yeah,
It's like at your funeral, this will be the last thing they say, and everybody will just laugh.
Yeah, they'll all laugh at
Here
you.
lies, I don't know, John something. Somebody eavesdropped on his phone sex.
Yeah.
John something. Both suicidal thoughts and depression are treatable. Also, drinking water, exercising daily for 20 minutes, moderate to high-intensity aerobic work is best if you really struggle with depression because of this, along with eating healthy helps too.
Wow.
Why were you reading that like reading side effects off a medicine bottle?
I like that he read it that way.
Because it's in italics.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Also, again, why are we talking about that here?
Yeah.
Why is that?
We covered that shit in detail.
Why is that in italics?
Because it's
That's-
supposed to be
that's
read like
what
side
made-
effects off a medicine commercial.
Yeah, that's why. Why
Yeah.
is that in italics?
Anyways, number 7.
You look
look at how-
really smug.
Yeah, that's not hopeful, that's smug. She's like, God damn, I fucked that kid up. No. Realize that not all of your future boyfriends or girlfriends are going to take advantage of you by slashing your tires. There are a lot of men and women who want to build you up and not tear you down, and who want to love you for who you are and want to be. God, I hate that you just keep attaching verbs together with
And want
to be faithful
and
to you.
want.
If you have never been married or engaged, know that you will find Mr. and Mrs. Right one day. Why is this in italics now?
Yeah,
have to
no,
claim
you're reading it wrong. You're reading
Yeah,
it wrong.
Connor, I think you're going to have to speed this up. Speed my speaking up a little bit. I'm not sure I can read it fast enough. You have to claim and know that you are worthy of love and to prove to yourself that you can attract the right person for you that loves you for you and doesn't want to take advantage. Don't let the bad phone sex situation that you endured make you feel like you'll never find the right love or your dream love you've always wanted. Why? Why is this happening? Why is
We get it.
Like
the same rule applies?
Like the first few, I just want to say the first few steps, while kind of really weird, at least were decent.
They weren't over the
enough
top.
advice. Yeah, and now all of a sudden, since step 4, it's these.
It's like or maybe you're suicidal. Yeah, maybe you're suicidal. Maybe you think that all men are evil. Maybe Maybe you wish you could, maybe you wish you could kill them yourself. Like, no, stop. What are you talking about? Who feels this way? This is crazy.
All
the same
for
rule
eavesdrop phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped.
This same rule applies to friends. Don't let that phone situation make you feel vulnerable around people, and if you don't have friends or as many friends as you want, or if you don't the right friends, then what? Or if you don't the right friends, then find some good-hearted friends to prove to yourself that you can get the right people in your life that want to build you up and not tear you down and don't want to take advantage of you.
So if you don't have friends, make some friends.
Jesus
Don't
Christ.
let the phone
And
situation
tell them this
make
funny
you feel bad about your friends, and if you don't have friends, go get some. Like,
Yeah.
this is turning into just another self-help article.
Get some friends, and tell them this hilarious story about how you had phone sex once and then was eavesdropped on. Wait.
Next step is going to be like, don't let this interrupt your work, and then it's going to be like, find a good career that's right for you, and if you put in long hours, you'll get ahead, and one day you will be CEO of a Fortune 500 company or something like that.
I thought the next step was going to be repent. Repent of your sins. Okay.
Step 8.
Wait. Actually, if just show the picture. Well,
Oh.
just looking at that, it's like I feel like I wasn't actually that far off with repent, or maybe I am. But look at that picture.
Step 8. Forgive the person who let others eavesdrop your phone sex convo with them.
Okay, that was a poorly worded sentence, but yes, finally a good step.
I think we finally switched authors again.
Yeah. Maybe it was like originally it was 7 steps long, and someone came in and added a couple more steps.
But couldn't change anything about the previous ones.
Of course, this is wikiHow.
Well, I mean, we already did. We already probably had an author switch from step 3 to step 4.
Yeah. And forgive the people who eavesdropped on your phone sex conversation. What? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, forgive.
Because not being forgiven is like a disease that can start affecting other areas of your life, whether it be school, work, relationships with family and friends, etc. Or if you have gotten a boyfriend or a girlfriend since this happened to you, it can affect that relationship, and it can affect your relationship with yourself if you don't forgive them. That was a lot of extra detail after you've forgiven yourself, forgive them as well. I mean, it's like we went back through the whole article.
You know, this is... Yeah.
Forgive them and don't contact them or answer their calls, even if the person who let others eavesdrop, or if an eavesdropper calls apologizing and / or crying.
Wait. Okay. So first we have to apologize on the person. We have to we have to forgive the person who eavesdropped and the person who let eavesdrop, and then we need to not take their calls and cut them out of our lives.
No, here's what it is. They don't want you to forgive them to their faces. They want you to forgive them to God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because the only person whose opinion should matter is God.
Ah.
Yeah.
Good old God.
God. G-A-W-D, God.
Oh, yeah. In my mind, it was spelled with G-A-U-D.
Of course.
That's fine too, yeah.
And when the people who eavesdropped come calling and crying, I guess.
Just say
no.
No, don't even take their calls.
Hang up on them and let them know non-verbally that they effed you over and that you don't want to have anything to do with them ever again by ignoring their calls, texts, and Facebook, Tumblr, and / or Twitter messages, and by blocking them on Facebook, Tumblr, and / or Twitter.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's great. That's fine. I'm fine with this. This is fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Holy shit.
Oh no. Wow.
Okay. Wait,
are you there, God? It's me, the guy who got eavesdropped on my phone sex.
Wait a minute. Before we get to the actual tip, which does in fact have to do with God, I 2 things. 1, he doesn't have a right hand. He does not have one. 2, I love his abs. Oh my God, I love his abs. They're it's like an egg sack on his front. Like he's like a fucking seahorse. What the shit?
This article is just taking all sorts of twists and turns. We went from, self-deprecation to suicidal thoughts to God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to God. Adios. Yeah. All right. Wow. Number 9. If you believe in God, pray to him daily. I wonder if they've got a tip for atheists here. Pray to God daily to help you and ask him for strength when you feel yourself slipping mentally. Are we really asking for power from God, Christianity, right now? Are we doing that right now?
Well, specifically, we're asking for the power to not slip mentally.
Yes.
I wonder if this works. I wonder if this works for other things. Please God, cure my ADHD and or autism and or anxiety and or anything else that I might have. Like what?
Please God, I got autism from eavesdropped phone sex that I had without knowing that it was eavesdropped. Help me.
You know
how I got it.
You know what? Think about it. That may cause autism. Sure, why not? Also ADHD or anything else. What?
Yeah.
Sure. All my problems in life come back to the point where I had eavesdropped phone sex that I had without knowing it was eavesdropped.
Yeah.
That's when everything changed.
That's when everything changed.
That's when my soul died and became cold.
Yeah.
Anyways, God knows
Damn.
what happened to you, and he feels your pain, and he feels it more than you may think he does sometimes.
More than you may think he does.
Sometimes.
Oh, I see.
Only on occasion.
I see. I read it as he feels it more than you may think he does sometimes.
He does sometimes.
He can heal your wounds. Trust him if you believe in God. I mean, he can. Trust him.
That's
That's
just
a blanket
it's just
statement. It
Yeah,
has
it's
nothing
just a
to
bonus.
has
We'll
nothing
let
to
you.
do with eavesdropped phone sex. Like you've got a cut or a scrape or something, he can heal your wounds.
He's
like
heal
a
your
cleric.
wounds. Yeah. Yeah. No, you see, clerics get power from God to heal your wounds.
I think you mean clerics get power from God. Christianity.
Oh, to heal your wounds.
Yeah. Trust him if you believe in God.
All right.
Number 10.
I am just for the record, I am very distrustful of God.
Oh. I'm really distrustful of this dude with giant hands and no abs.
Oh,
He's got big
boy.
ol' yowie hands.
Oh no.
And his nipples are like dark and discolored.
Also shaped kind of weird. Step 10. Don't be ashamed to masturbate.
Oh, I'm not.
What does this have to do with phone sex again?
We'll figure out. I don't know.
Okay, here we go. Masturbate as much as you want to when you want to. I mean, I don't care if there's like visitors or something. Just
You're on the bus. You're
just
in an elevator.
Just stick
Whip
your
her out
hand.
and go to it.
Just
go to
stick
town.
your hand into your pants. Go for it.
Do what you gotta do, dog.
Yeah. Don't let yourself be shackled by the people who eavesdropped on your phone sex. You're free to masturbate wherever you want.
Well, actually, now that you say that, don't let what the person you had phone sex with and their eavesdroppers make you feel ashamed to masturbate or make you ashamed to use a sex toy.
Okay. Why
Don't
would you?
let what blah blah blah.
It's like...
Oh, yeah. Don't let what the person who blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. See, again. Don't let what... No.
What's the end of the don't let what? Like, where does the
The
clause
what?
in the middle of
The
that?
what is the... So the person...
The person who had phone sex and their eavesdroppers.
They make you feel
So it's
ashamed.
Don't let what make you feel ashamed.
No,
Like,
don't
it's
let what
they
the
did.
what refers to.
It's probably
It's not what they did.
they
It's not what
did.
they did. It's not what they did. It's what they make you feel ashamed to masturbate.
I think there's
that's
just...
what it is.
I think it's just a
so
case of a missing
Don't
word.
let phrase make you feel ashamed to masturbate.
No, that's what I'm saying. Make you feel ashamed to masturbate is part of the phrase.
I think there's just a missing word somewhere in that sentence.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah. A word got lost somewhere in that sentence.
If I was an editor on wikiHow, I'd just delete this whole sentence. Like,
Maybe
I
we
can't
should use our
fix
switch
this.
words to get rid of him. God, we really have to work on that switch word card game.
You got to switch word into the vortex or something.
Flag! Delete!
Delete. Be gone, foul demon. Wait.
Whoa! You're using too many switch words in conjunction with each other. You don't want to overextend.
True.
Anyways, continue.
Because more than likely, they're not letting you stop them from masturbating and using a sex toy when they get a sexual urge and are in private.
That's why you should always masturbate whenever you want, including when you're not in private.
Also, if you read erotica books or watch adult movies and/or had sex before that situation happened to you, you keep on reading erotica and watch adult movies and having sex with a significant other, not with random people or more than one person.
Wow! Preachy!
What?
Wow. This
People are allowed to have sex with random people if they want.
People are allowed to have sex with more than one person if they want.
If it's not
As
your
long
first
as all
time,
the
go
people-
back to doing all that shit you were doing before. But what if it was your first time? Now you gotta teach this person about reading erotica books or watching adult movies. or having sex with a significant other and not with random people or more than one person.
Yeah.
God damn. The same goes for if you bought sexy bras and underwear before that happened to you. Keep buying it! Keep feeding the economy!
Capitalism!
This article was sponsored by Victoria's Secret!
Yeah.
All right. Number 11, Connor, before you get to this one.
Incredibly smug.
Again, smug. Also, again, you see the left hand there looks very strange. The fingers look very strange. The right hand was supposed to be there, but they didn't draw any of the definition on it, so it just looks like weird skin.
Yeah.
It's a mutant from Lisa the Painful.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow. Step 11. Love yourself in spite of what happened to you.
Don't you mean...
Are we back at step 1?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes. We've come back around.
Good.
You are beautiful / handsome in your way, and you are more than that situation. Love you. Embrace you. Love your body. Love and embrace your sexual being and your sexuality in spite of this having had happened to you. Don't let this situation make you scared of the opposite sex or make you filled with hate towards the opposite sex. Don't let this make you scared to have sex when
this
you
is
feel
the entire
emotionally
article
and mentally
again.
ready to. That's giving the people who betrayed you power. You are perfect the way you are. One day you will be able to help people like I'm doing through this article that have been through the same situation.
Okay.
Okay.
Right at the end.
Can I first?
It's like Wizard of Oz.
Can I first?
The curtain opens up, and it reveals the one person who's been writing the article because of what happened to them. Just like we thought. Just like we imagined. Like we joked about.
Can I just say that I don't like. I'm not glad at all that this person specified that this should not make you scared of people of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
That was never specified before. Is this only for straight people now?
Yeah, this is only for straight people. Now, I want to say this real quick. So, I was thinking about this well, obviously I was thinking about the article while I was while I was reading it. And you know what? Imagine right now if get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped. Imagine if the concept of getting over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped is actually a metaphor for being raped. Okay?
Oh my god.
The whole article makes sense now. Don't beat yourself up because of this. Don't let the rape define you or your life. Don't hate your sexual organs or desires because of the situation. Don't let the situation make you have low self-esteem. Do not seek revenge. Do not let the situation depress you because you're dating. Well, that one doesn't make sense anyways. But you know, all of these steps make sense in the context that if this was about rape.
Well, to an extent,
except that the descriptions still don't really make sense.
No.
But I mean, like, don't be ashamed to masturbate. That's absolutely advice for people who have been raped, because like that happens. People feel that way sometimes, and it sucks. I feel so badly for them, you know. It's just I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like, first of all, you can't equate the two.
No,
Eavesdropped phone
cannot.
sex is not even close.
No, it's not.
But more importantly, I don't think they intended it to work as a metaphor.
Of course not.
Because of that last sentence. One day you will be able to help people like I'm doing through this article.
Look at me being such a great human being.
What a fucking hero.
I am a hero of humanity.
And I'm not just... I don't know. Like,
I'm just surprised
praise
that...
to God.
The one thing that would be on the cherry on top of all of this is if the author like signed it, you know? Went through the same situation, loves and kisses, blah.
And if you have any more questions, email me at blank.
Yeah. Wow.
Email me at insetic47@gmail.com.
What an ending.
Yeah.
Well, we're not quite
an
there
ending.
yet. There's some
the article.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But we
We've
still
got
have
tips
some tips and
and
some
warnings.
warnings.
Yeah.
So let's start with some tips. Don't injure or cut yourself because of this having happened to you. Love your body. You are still sexually desirable and sexy.
Let's see if we can find the tip or warning that signals the end of the original author writing. Because don't injure or cut yourself because of this having happened to you is obviously written by the same person who wrote the rest of the article.
Date as soon as you're ready to again, and have sex as soon as you're emotionally and mentally ready, that is, and when you're at the same time fully aware and able to handle emotional and mental consequences of sex.
Wow, that was 3 wrong yours in a row.
Tripling down.
Wow.
Use a condom and birth control when you do it. STDs STDs and teen and out of wedlock adult pregnancy are no joke.
So teen...
Nope, this is still the same guy because his
okay,
phrase
Wait.
is terrible.
Out of wedlock adult pregnancy, not a joke. Teen, I guess, either teen out of wedlock pregnancy or teen pregnancy or teen adult pregnancy. Those are not jokes. STDs adult pregnancy, not a joke.
STD teen...
STD pregnancy, not a joke.
STD pregnancy.
If I remember correctly, from sex education, babies are the worst sexually transmitted disease.
Yes.
A man can give any woman that, pretty much. I mean, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
In
that sense, women really drew the short end of the stick there.
They really did, yeah. Men can't get it.
No.
If you want to... We can only give it. If you want to talk to somebody, find a therapist or a free online counseling service. Don't use free online counseling services ever.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Don't do that.
Write WikiHow articles.
That's just a random schmuck on the internet. If you're... And again, this person's never going to get your right. If you're living on campus, in college or are in high school, let the school psychologist know what happened and go to them every other day to give them an update. Jeez. I was talking about when I went to the school psychologist that one time. I went once and it cleared me up. I mean, I was going through some shit and I got cleared up pretty quick. Because I was able to talk to someone about it.
Also, I like that every other day.
That's a lot.
Well, not just that, but don't listen to when they're like, I would like to see you again then and then. Or do you think you have time then and then? No, just go again every other day.
Yeah.
Even if they're like, you know what, we'll talk more next week. And 2 days later, you show up again. And they're like, did we have an appointment or something? What? I mean, it's good that you're here. Do you have more problems? No, I'm here for the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Any differences? No.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for the update. Yeah, that's what WikiHow told me to do. Don't put them on blast on social networking websites.
It's called social media. What didn't we say that up above?
Social networking.
Yeah, you already said that.
Yep. You know, because that was part of the whole don't get revenge thing.
Yeah. Well then, anyway, if you hear from someone that somebody dared your crush to have phone sex with you or told them what to say, block them on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr if you know who the darer is.
What?
So you block the person who told you that somebody dared. So you shoot the messenger.
See, person A tells you that let's say person D for the darer. Person D dared your crush to have phone sex with you, and person A is telling you about it. So you block person A on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr.
Yeah, that's what I said. You shoot the messenger.
Because you know who D is.
Yeah.
If you don't know who D is, though, you don't block.
Right.
You don't block them on
You
your
only block them when you
networking
find out
website.
who D is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use them to get intel and then kill them afterwards.
Wow.
Social permadeath.
Do not speak to them when you see them out anywhere and act like they don't exist when you see them.
That's an overreaction.
In other words, let them know that they have won.
They've won a fight they didn't want. This is such an overreaction. Like, I'm pretty sure that people don't think this far ahead. They're not going, I really want to tear down their self-esteem and make them have suicidal thoughts, so I'm going to have their crush have eavesdropped phone sex with them without them realizing that it was eavesdropped. Nobody thinks like that.
And if they do, they are the next mad genius.
Yeah.
Emphasis on mad.
Emphasis on genius.
They are idiots.
Yeah. Emphasis on idiot.
Yeah.
Remember.
Oh, this.
Now, this is good. Remember, karma is gonna get the person who let others eavesdrop, and karma's gonna get the eavesdroppers too. Don't try to be karma. Let karma do her job for you.
Okay.
Karma's gonna go to the house and kick down their door and fucking kill them in their beds.
Karma's.
It'll stand over them and say, "Karma's a bitch," and then blow their fucking heads off.
No. It will she will, since Karma's apparently female now.
Yeah.
Even though it's a concept, Karma will stand over their beds and be like, "I'm a bitch," and then shoot them.
Just, I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch. Boom.
That's great.
Kind of changes the tone of it.
It makes it sound like they're complaining about themselves. I'm a bitch.
I'm a huge freaking bitch.
Oh, that's great.
I'm the guy who sucks, and I kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second to last one.
Oh boy. Have phone sex when you're engaged or married.
What about my engaged or married?
1, 2, 3. That's 3 straight ellipses.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Don't let what they did not make you have it again in the future.
Same guy, same stupid clauses.
Yeah, he's still going.
Same double negatives. Bullshit. Just have it when you're at least engaged so that you know by the engagement ring on your finger that the person truly cares for you since they want to marry you.
Yeah, except that they might break it off or might be an asshole. Or let's just be really passionate about this. They could be plotting this as a way to do this to you.
They could be plotting this
They could be
to
one of those-
destroy your life.
They could be one of those dastardly people mentioned earlier who are not trying to build you up and not tear you down, and instead are just trying to manipulate you and exploit you. And they're trying to target you to do it to you. And so it's like they heard that you had eavesdropped phone sex one time, and they went, "My God, I've got to pull them along. I've got to catfish them until they fucking marry me so that I can have eavesdropped phone sex with them."
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'd like a divorce. I only got into this marriage as a prank.
I lied.
Sorry, I mean social experiment.
Yeah. It's a social experiment, that's all. We just wanted to show that if you put too much trust into someone that they can have eavesdropped phone sex with you.
Hey, my name is Ethan Bradbury, and I'm here to tell you about how eavesdropped phone sex can get you killed.
The judge is just looking through all the papers, in front of them, and they're like, you were in a relationship for 4 years.
Yeah, you were in a relationship for 4 years, and did you really sign this marriage contract with crayon? What the hell? I'm Ethan Bradbury, it's all I write with.
My God.
He doesn't use pens or pencils.
And then finally, don't become promiscuous to feel validated.
Go fuck yourself. Let them be promiscuous if they want.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
they should be it because they
for
want
their
to,
own
not,
reasons. Yeah,
yeah. So not necessarily to feel validated. That point is sort of correct, I guess.
All right.
Now we have some warnings.
Yeah,
warnings.
Quick warnings.
Don't become isolated and antisocial because of this. You should become more isolated and antisocial for other reasons.
Yeah.
You should, don't become isolated and antisocial because of this.
No, there's better reasons than than just
Yeah.
being,
Like your
eavesdropped phone sex
paranoia.
that you had without knowing
Yeah.
it was eavesdropped.
Yeah, you should be isolated and not antisocial because of your paranoia.
Yeah, much better reason. Don't become a drug abusing or alcohol abusing statistic because of this.
I love the word statistic there because it's like you've injected a little bit of like snideness into the tip.
Yeah.
And again, you shouldn't do that because of this. You should do it for other reasons.
They've heard like that whole "don't be a statistic" type thing and think this is where I gotta throw that in.
I gotta judge you right now. Judge people who are alcoholics right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And finally, don't become bitter and cold-hearted because of this.
Yeah.
Again, better reasons.
Yeah, better reasons. Like, other things.
Other things.
Anyways. That's
That
it.
was, yeah.
That's how to get over eavesdropped phone sex that you had without knowing it was eavesdropped.
Yep.
And I'm just
It took
gonna give
10
this
people to write this.
I'm just gonna give that a 1-star rating. Yep. And
Yep.
by the time you guys see this video, maybe the article will be down. If it is, we'll let you know in the description.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can only hope.
Cannoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Take care.